Steve Hellwagon joins us from 247 Sports and Bucknuts, football and basketball coverage from Ohio State and the Big Ten. Steve, we hear the term this time of year, breakout player. Who are going to be the breakout players for 2018? For me, that's a guy that's maybe in obscurity, who didn't get a whole lot of playing time. Maybe he was a special teams guy, and he needs to fill a role. He needs to step up and be a starter. Or maybe that's a guy that's a really good player who has the potential to be a star. So for you, breakout players, who would you like to see or think Ohio State needs to be a breakout player this year?
Demario McCall is a guy who only played a couple of games last season and will apparently redshirt and still be a third-year sophomore this year. He's kind of a running back wide receiver hybrid, and I think he's a guy that's got big play potential. He's got tremendous speed when he gets to the perimeter. So I look at him. A couple of the wide receivers, Austin Mack, time has flown by pretty quickly. He's now a junior, third-year guy and was lightly used as a freshman. Had a few catches last year, and I think just started to scratch the surface of what he's capable of doing, and I think that this is going to be a huge year for him. Binjimen Victor is a big kid. I'm going to make sure I get his height and weight right. I'm on the wrong page. He is 6'4", 200 pounds, and he sticks out in a crowd. He's a guy that they used in the red zone to catch touchdown passes. I think he had 7 touchdown catches, was behind only Johnny Dixon, who had 8. And Victor is a guy, if he can round out his game and make plays all up and down the field, as opposed to just being that red zone specialist, he could be a potential breakout guy as well. So there's 2 or 3 of them right there. On the offensive line, they need somebody to step up at center. And it could be Brady Taylor, who's been kind of in the shadows. He'll be a fifth-year senior. They got Matthew Burrell, who was a blue-chip offensive lineman, a recruit a couple years ago. He'll be a junior, and his time has come to step in there. And possibly even a true freshman, Matthew Jones, coming from New York, is a guy that could be a breakout guy in this regard. He's already there for spring football. And he is a center by trade, so maybe he's the next big center in the what was this line been? It was going back, it was Billy Price, Elfline, Boren, and maybe Corey Lindsley before him. So you've got 3 or 4 guys there in that lineage. You've been pretty good at the center position, and the next one, who's going to be next in that line. And one more guy on offense is Rashod Berry. He's a tight end. He'll be a junior this coming year. He got in some games last year behind Marcus Ball and did an outstanding job at times, making big plays with the tight end position. He's physical. He can block as well. They've got a receiving tight end coming in, Jeremy Ruckert from New York, Long Island, New York, Lindenhurst, I believe was his school or his hometown. And he's one of the top tight ends in the country. And so he's going to challenge Rashod Berry for that job, I think, when he arrives this summer. But Berry, to me, is another guy that could be on that list of guys who's on the verge of really making that jump.